What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Olympic two-time gold medalist, 3-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion simultaneously, 11 wins, no losses, no draws, 2 wins by way of knockout, Claressa T-Rex Shields. Claressa Shields is 26 years of age. Claressa Shields is going to have a fight coming up February 5th in the United Kingdom, in the UK, where I expect Claressa Shields to come out and be 12 wins, no losses, no draws. With that said, Claressa Shields has signed a $1 million deal, multi-million-dollar deal with Sky Sports and new companies she's dealing with. Now, we know she's signed to her own promotional company, but she's done a deal, network deals and things of that nature, where she's breaking records. Claressa Shields continues to break records. Now, what's interesting here is that Claressa Shields has been training with another legend in retired Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer, former 5-division world champion, former pound-for-pound king, the man known as Money, Floyd Money Mayweather Jr., okay? And BT the Great, and, GT the Great, excuse me, Gerald. She's been working with him, and she's been working at Floyd Mayweather's gym, okay? Now, what's interesting here is that many people speculating after Gerald, who is does the pad work, the mitts, with Claressa Shields, and he also does the mitts as of late with Floyd Mayweather after Floyd Mayweather's legendary retired, the late great Mamba Roger Mayweather transition. Floyd Mayweather has been doing exhibitions, and Floyd Mayweather has been using GT the Great as his mitt work, his pad man, okay? And so with that said, GT, he came out last week and he stated that he witnessed Floyd Mayweather in sparring and in training, running miles and things of that nature. Now, we know Floyd Mayweather has Floyd Mayweather retired 50-0. Okay, Floyd Mayweather is 44 years of age. He's going to be doing another exhibition February 26th, I believe. And Floyd Mayweather is going to always stay in shape. That's just his, the nature of who he is. And so GT the Great, he stated that he expects Floyd Mayweather to have one more meaningful fight, right? Where it's not an exhibition, it's against somebody in the ranking system, and it counts, right? He's going to be putting his unblemished 50-0 resume on the line against somebody that's actually participating currently in the ranking system and is very active in the sport of boxing. Now, most people, It led many people to believe, including myself, that we could possibly see Floyd Mayweather in a highly anticipated rematch with the man that's considered the face of the sport of boxing right now, as it stands, in 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who is currently the undisputed super middleweight world champion and considered the face of the sport of boxing and the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, in Saul Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, 57 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He is 31 years of age, 5'8", with a 70-inch arm reach. Now, September of 2013, Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather fought when Floyd Mayweather was 36 going on 37, and Canelo Alvarez was 23. And so with that said, Floyd Mayweather, he dominated that fight over Canelo Alvarez, winning easy, handily, okay? Winning every single round. And so with that said, after that, there was a lot of rhymes and reasonings as to why Canelo Alvarez lost the fight. Well, he lost the fight because he was too green, he wasn't ready, he was too young, too inexperienced. Many excuses as to why Canelo Alvarez lost, but not enough credit to Floyd Mayweather being on 36 years old, on the back end of his career, and much smaller man. And Canelo Alvarez had already successfully defended his title 5 times, and he had a mega massive unification bout against Austin Trout going into the Floyd Mayweather fight. Okay, so he had experience. He fought against veterans in the sport of boxing like Shane Mosley. So he had much experience, okay? And you had guys like Floyd Mayweather himself, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, the greats in the sport, that won world titles at 21 years of age. Nobody said that they were too green. You understand? So with that said, that would be, the only fight I could see feasible that would make sense for Floyd Mayweather, unless Floyd Mayweather came back and fought his biggest rival in the sport of boxing. That's retired Hall of Fame iconic Mexican superstar boxer who was a 5'6" division world champion, and that's Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya, Olympic gold medalist. Now I can see that taking place. That's a fight that would generate a lot of revenue, and be enticing for Floyd Mayweather. That would do massive pay-per-view numbers. That would do well over 2 million pay-per-views, I believe. I believe it'll break the record that they initially had. I think it'll break the record of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, because the social media era in today's time, and the climate, and the anticipation, and just to see these two guys, the build-up. We saw Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. They don't have a history, and they did 1 million pay-per-view buys, okay? So they don't have a major history. What they have is, two iconic names, okay? They don't have history. Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya, they have history. So that would make sense. But nonetheless, Claressa Shields, she let it be known that this is her first time fully witnessing Floyd Mayweather train, because Floyd Mayweather's in camp for this exhibition. Floyd Mayweather will never be embarrassed. He will never be unprepared. So even though it's going to possibly be against a YouTuber in Dubai on a helipad, in a skyscraper, with limited amount of invites, and eyes, it's going to be on pay-per-view, obviously. But as far as people being able to be in attendance, it's going to be limited. So with that said, he's in camp. Floyd Mayweather will never put himself in a position where he's not prepared. He may not be in full camp like he fighting Manny Pacquiao or Canelo Alvarez or even Oscar De La Hoya, but you bet Floyd Mayweather's in camp and he's focused. And so GT the Great, he's been showing clips of Floyd Mayweather running, putting the miles in. Claressa Shields, she finally got the opportunity as another great legend in the sport with only 11 fights. Claressa Shields is a certified Hall of Famer. And so with that said, she let it be known that she got to witness Floyd Mayweather spar in full-out training. And she stated, and obviously Claressa Shields is qualified to, comment on this because she fights at a very high level. So Claressa Shields, she stated that if Floyd Mayweather come back today, she don't see anybody at 47 or 54 beating Floyd Mayweather. Again, she said, at the very least, she's going to give them such a tough fight, right? That speaks volumes for a guy that's 44 years of age, okay? So that means what she's witnessing in sparring. So she got the opportunity. She said she witnessed him, spar, at a high level. So Claressa Shields, she believes that Floyd Mayweather from 147 to 154 would give everybody problems and beat everybody. Okay, so that speaks volumes, for a guy that's 44 years of age. Okay, if you feel like a guy that's 44 years of age, so he's 44. Okay, and she believes she's qualified to. If there's anybody that's qualified to speak on it and be able to judge and gauge what a fighter can and can't do, it would be Claressa Shields. So I know people are going to say, yeah, well, Claressa Shields is going to favor Floyd Mayweather, because it's Floyd Mayweather. Well, that's not true. Okay, I'm sure Claressa Shields could keep it to herself. You understand? She doesn't have to say anything. But the fact that you have multiple people coming out and stating that they witnessed Floyd Mayweather training and witnessed Floyd Mayweather sparring and believe he could compete. You have people like Claressa Shields, and then you have GT the Great, Gerald, who's a padman and, obviously qualified to speak on fighters. They believe that he can compete, okay? Now, Me personally, you had Oscar De La Hoya, who recently came out, and Oscar De La Hoya called out Floyd Mayweather again, saying that, you know, he's the money man and he's looking to get, obviously, the biggest bag. Oscar De La Hoya is still salty about their May 2007 fight where Floyd Mayweather dominated Oscar De La Hoya. Well, some people would say, well, Oscar De La Hoya, you know, was winning the fight. You know, that's more so because people want they wanted Oscar De La Hoya to win the fight. Oscar De La Hoya, he finished his career 39 wins, 6 losses, no draws, 30 wins by way of knockout. 2 times his career he was knocked out. 5'11" with a 73-inch arm reach. Oscar De La Hoya, very big guy, you know, and he dragged Floyd Mayweather up to a division where Floyd Mayweather never competed at junior middleweight, 154. He chose the glove size, the ring size. He made the ring small so Floyd Mayweather couldn't utilize the ring. You know, Oscar De La Hoya is 48 years of age. So Floyd Mayweather is 44 years of age. Oscar De La Hoya is 48. So they're 4 years apart from one another. They're both in their 40s, and it would generate tons and tons of money. Okay, now this is not going to be an exhibition. Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather won't be an exhibition. Okay, it's the battle of 2 elderly fighters, but it won't be an exhibition. There's no way they'll be able to keep it to exhibition style rules. Now, again, Oscar De La Hoya, he stated that, you know, it was done. Now Oscar De La Hoya, I feel like he's embellishing when he stated that he believes it could do 5 million pay-per-views. I don't believe it could do 5 million pay-per-views, but I think it could do 2 million pay-per-views because of the intrigue, social media, the build-up for it. It would be enormous, okay? And they could definitely sell out, you know, Madison Square Garden, right? T-Mobile Arena, you know. I would say it needs to be at Madison Square Garden. They always fight in Vegas. They're huge in Vegas. Their first fight was in Vegas. This fight should take place at Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in the world, in New York, New York. That would be absolutely enormous. But nonetheless, more than likely it would take place in Vegas. Now, and if Floyd Mayweather truly wanted to test his legacy and put it all on the line, Canelo Alvarez fight. But it's interesting that Claressa Shields is saying that Floyd Mayweather beats and gives everybody problems from 147 to 154, and she believes that he's going to come back as well. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But he has you know, he did a exhibition against Logan Paul, YouTube sensation, who's a cruiserweight, heavyweight. You know, Floyd Mayweather's much smaller guy, and you know, he essentially, you know, he took it easy on Logan Paul. He beat Tenshi, you know, so he's doing exhibition style fights, and he's going to do another one, you know, in February. So let's see how he looks there. Everybody's expecting Floyd Mayweather to make a comeback. Let's see. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
This is Amanda, the Real Deal Serrano, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.